Good evening, chat. Good evening, fam. I am having one of those weeks where I just cannot be bothered, but at the same time, I need to be bothered. It is only Tuesday, but I absolutely crashed yesterday after all my meetings and had like a one-off workshop for like web browser, web platform stuff for the grant foundation. That was I really enjoyed, but I could only stay for 1 hour of it. And just got to the end of my day, came downstairs, was trying to complete my grocery order for delivery, and just sort of died. And ended up taking a bath, came back downstairs, completed the grocery delivery so that we would have groceries for today, because I usually do it on Sunday, so we get it on Monday. That didn't happen. Anyway, managed to do that, and that's about all I managed to do. And then today we have had the grocery delivery. I've had a couple packages from my baby registry show up. And we'll do a little unboxing of one of the books that I ordered, because I'm a little bit in a reading slump after reading Glint, I can't remember. The Plated Prisoner trilogy started out, I was like, I read the first book, I was like, not sure how I feel about this, but I'm going to continue, because it wasn't as bad as I was, like, it didn't reach my threshold of, like, so bad I don't want to continue. Next two books were fine, and then it just, like, completely tanked for me. So I started reading Wheel of Time, and I ordered this book, which I have heard great reviews about. So I'll open it now since I'm talking about it. It was previously a fanfic. And then from what I have gathered from online forums is that it was pulled from its fanfic website, which I think was an archive of our own. And it was sort of rewritten, reframed to not be a fanfic. Holy cow, this is huge. I actually wasn't expecting it to be this big. Oh, that probably would have been much easier. Oh my goodness. All right, that is a chunky book. So this is alchemized, and this is gonna be, how many pages is this? This is gonna be a long one. Okay, so yeah, I hit a reading slump. I've been intrigued by everyone talking about Manacled, the fan fiction, and then saw that, like, this is the re-envisioned version, so that it's not a Harry Potter fanfic. So I'm excited about that. That is a chunky old book. I'm a little speechless. I wasn't expecting it to be that big. But yeah, I just hit a reading slump after Played Prisoner, needed a bit of a break. So I picked up Wheel of Time again. And I'm about halfway through book 1. This is what, like the 3rd or 4th time I've read it, maybe the 5th. I read the whole Wheel of Time series, I think in 2021 and 2022, or like from 2020 to 2022. It took 2 years. But it's just been nice to like revisit that story, especially after being disappointed with the TV show. So that has been a nice like palate cleanser, and it's fun because I haven't obviously picked it up since I finished the series. And so I'm like making an active effort to like pay attention to things that are mentioned in the first book as foreshadowing. So that's been fun. So yeah, so this showed up. We sort of had our final like garden maintenance of the year. We've just had like a really, really warm autumn, and the grass grew way too much. So they came in and just mowed everything down for us, which was great. It's one of those things where you pay someone to do it or you do it yourself. And I know I can't clear our entire garden in a half hour. So incredibly worth the money. And I'm very happy they did that. So that was today, and then just like prepping the prepping stuff for team meeting, and then we have to do end of year presentations sort of for the whole company, and I completely forgot about that. So had a meeting to like think about that today, and I'm out of breath. But this week is so like difficult because tomorrow is baby class, so we will be in a baby birth prep class from 9 to 4. Woof. And then I have to get up at 3:30 a.m. on Thursday for a 4 a.m. team meeting, which I am dreading more than normal because just because of how pregnant I am. And any interruption in routine or sleep is not welcome at this particular moment. So I am going to struggle with that, and I am a team facilitator, so it's not like I can skip it. I'm the one facilitating the meeting. So I have to do that, and then I have a midwife appointment 7 hours after our meeting ends. So I'm just sort of dreading the next 2 days, if I'm being totally honest. And I'm trying to conserve my energy, so like that's why I'm sort of scrubbed out today. Didn't really put much effort into my outfit, and that's okay. So yeah, and then I feel like the house is in a perpetual state of being cleaned up because we've got boxes arriving, we got boxes to break down. It's just like never ever ever ending because of baby. So I see you, boogers. Come here. Do you want to come say hello to the camera? Come here. Come here. Oh, we went on a little waddle around the block. Yes, we did. We're the only house with Christmas lights on and up. That's okay. I love it. Our house looks cheerful, and I don't care what anyone says. So, with that, I am going to do a little bit of cleanup. Dishwasher needs to be emptied, and then so does the washer. And then I think I will relax for a bit because I feel quite tired. So I will leave that update here. Tomorrow is Bump's birth baby class. Oof. It is quite cold this morning. It is a bit of a struggle for me to vlog while I am walking because I'm out of breath. So I think I will do an update when I get back into the house because it's a little bit tricky right now. But it is cold and sunny. It's lovely out. But a bit of a struggle at the moment. 5 weeks to go. Oh, I deeply regret my maternity leave decisions. Oof. Hey babes, welcome back to the vlog. I am out of breath because I just took Vogue on a walk and that is becoming even more strenuous of an activity than it previously was. I just waddled my way around the green. I can feel baby moving, and we're now at the stage where it's deeply uncomfortable, like in a weird, creepy way. Like I have no problem saying that, like, it is creepy and alien, like, to like feel her move and then feel like an elbow sticking out. It's a lot. So I can feel her while I'm up and moving about. I'm 34 weeks and 5 days, so almost 35 weeks. We've had a busy week the last week. We had our baby class, which was an all-day thing, and it was really good. It was really informative. Just like giving you the basics on safe sleep, feeding, bathing, changing, because I've never changed a baby in my life. And then I can't quite remember what the second, so they had 3 different people come in. The first one was bathing, changing, etc. The second one was feeding, and then what do you do if baby won't stop crying, things like that. How, like, the sorts of things that you do to create like positive reinforcement and like brain development. And then we had a midwife come in, which was our midwife, and it was basically like, here's what you need to know about labor, pain relief, these are your options. It was really good, and it was refreshing to hear them say ignore social media because there's so much nonsense out there, and I think that alone was really encouraging because you just see so much being shoved in your face on social media, and someone's trying to sell you something, and it was good. I feel reassured and just like a little bit better about things. So we did that, and then so that was an all-day thing, and we went and got cake from this cake shop that I have had saved like since I moved here. So we picked up some cake from there. It was really good. It was just around the corner from the family center that we were at. And then I had a midwife appointment the next day. We went over birth preferences. I'm not saying birth plan because I am very much just like go with the flow. What happens, happens. The goal is me and baby leave the hospital alive, which is quite frankly a little bit like morbid to some degree, but I think I'm going to try for a water birth and then see how that goes. I don't have a high pain tolerance, so I can't have an epidural if I'm in the tub. It is really just going to be a let's see how it goes sort of thing. And midwife checked baby's size. She's growing normally, but she did say she's small. So I'm hoping she stays small. And I continue to focus on manifesting a easy labor. That's what we're doing. And then, yeah, nesting mode has kicked in even more so. So next week we get our stroller set up, like the entire bundle situation. And with that we get a gift voucher. So we're gonna buy the final piece we sort of need for this room, which is the dresser and changing station up top. And then I think I'll probably have Jay put some like shelves in on that wall for more storage. I think that would be good. Yeah, I can't even remember what we did Saturday. Jay had a game. Did we go out in the morning? I don't think so. Legitimately, my brain, I cannot remember. I cannot remember what we did. But I remember Sunday. Maybe Saturday may have just been a chill inside day. Because it did start raining. Sunday, Jay was supposed to go to football, but it got called off. And I had gotten up just a couple minutes after him and was all ready to go to the donut shop. And then it turned into, we went to the tip, cleared out so much stuff. Boxes of cardboard, just stuff from the garage that needed to be thrown away. Got that all taken care of. Emptied. Lovely. Went and got my donuts. We also went over to Canal Street Coffee in Milton Keynes. My Range Rover needed a long drive. It doesn't go very far these days. So we drove over there. I love their coffee, but it is so atrociously busy on the weekend. We ended up waiting 40 minutes for our coffee and my croissant, which was a lot. And instead of like sitting in, we decided to just go walk back to the car, sort of through Campbell Park. And then I really wanted to go to the garden center because it looked like there was lots of festive things. And so I was like, I want to go see like the Christmas, see what they have for Christmas. Probably won't do that again. I found the garden center a weird mix of garden things. Lots of Christmas things. It was really cool because they did have like a huge Christmas village with like every piece imaginable. So we did end up getting a little village piece, and then I ended up ordering another one because it was sold out, and we couldn't find it there. So we did get that, and then it reminded me of like Home Goods, or the equivalent I think would be TJ Maxx in the US. Just like all sorts of random stuff, and in some cases junk, quite frankly. They had AI generated art in frames. It was awful. I was like, is that AI? And you could totally tell it was, because the writing on the newspaper that was generated was gibberish. It was nothing, and I was like, okay. It was really busy, and it was fine, and I did get Vogue a couple things there. Probably never again also, because she threw up, and it's been liquid out of both ends, so dealing with her has not been good, and has added extra stress to my life this week. Sorry if that's TMI, but I don't think I will be buying treats from the garden center ever again. So I will be sticking with Pooch and Mutt, probably, because she has just had nothing but issues since I gave her her chew treat Sunday evening, and it's Tuesday. So had my garden center dreams fulfilled, and never again. I think I was hoping it would be kind of farm shop like, and it wasn't worth it in my opinion, so I won't be going back there. We did get the car washed while we were shopping inside the garden center, which was probably the only good thing about the garden center. Just needed a good inside outside clean, and now my Range Rover is sparkly and I can actually see through the windows. So that was good. And then we drove through Deer Park in Woburn, which is my favorite, on our way back home. by the time we got home, we had been out for about 6 hours, and I just sort of died on the couch. Took a nice hot bath. We watched the Arsenal game, which was exciting because we won. And then reheated some leftovers, and I did not sleep very well. I'm trying to remember why. Oh yeah, so Sunday night, final day, and then like my ear just became like congested on one side and so muffled to the point I couldn't hear out of that side. I was trying to like relieve it, nothing happened, and I just sort of gave up and was like, I need to go to bed. And then I kept waking up in the night with ringing in that ear. Yesterday it finally sort of subsided. There's still like faint ringing, but just like another weird symptom of pregnancy, which is exhausting. So I'm to the point where I'm like, I'm ready for her to be here because I'm so uncomfortable. I don't even care if the first 2 weeks or month is really difficult. My fuse is so short at the moment because everything is more difficult with a watermelon on the front of me. So yeah, and so I'm wishing I had planned my leave a little bit better, because my plan was to just work up until the 22nd, take my holidays that I've been hoarding, and then I'll go on leave January 1st. But I feel like I should have just said I'm going on leave, and then I'm able to take a leave of absence, and probably should have just done that. So just trying to get through these final weeks, and then life is gonna change. But it's good. We're excited. I'm just tired. Even when I finally get some good sleep, like I feel like I slept well last night, and I actually slipped into REM sleep and was dreaming, but got up full of energy now that I've done things that I needed to do around the house and taken Vogue for a walk. Now I'm tired and I have to log on for work, but it's I have one meeting today, so that's fine. But I'm just to the point of exhaustion. So yeah, next steps are nesting and ordering more stuff. I did place one pretty big Amazon order and bought some of like our big items because they were on Black Friday sale plus 15% discount. So I got a couple more things. Yesterday I ordered a couple more things. I just keep ordering things. So yeah. And then in the background I need to finish decorating for Christmas. I need to get the Christmas village down. I'll probably have Jay do that, honestly. And thinking about like sending some Christmas gifts, just doing like a Fortnum's order for some people back home and just dealing with that. So I hear Vogue anxiously pitter-pattering, so I'm gonna leave this update here and go take care of her, and I will talk to you guys soon.